Yo, welcome back to another episode of Timmymon Duelings. In this video, we have a very special guest. Our guest is Eugen. Eugen? Is that how I pronounce your name?
Eugen.
And congratulations to Eugen. He's going to Worlds. How happy are you right now?
Pretty happy, I guess.
That's awesome. Okay, so we've got some questions for him for today, and I guess we'll get straight into it. So first of all, introduce yourself to the people who might not know you.
My name is Eugen Heidt. I'm actually just reading the Top Player Council. I'm 24 years old, living in Germany near Frankfurt. I started with the first Eugen Heidt decks, like many people, just playing at school and with friends, and then started to play the TCG competitively at I think 2013, and then started playing Duel Links like 2 or 3 weeks before the first regional representative qualifier.
Wow,
and
so
yeah.
How long in total have you been playing Yu-Gi-Oh?
I think the first Eugen Heidt starter decks were like, I don't know, 15 years ago maybe.
Wow.
But I mean, it wasn't competitive, right? It was just with friends.
So you started playing when you were 9?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's a children's card game, I guess. And then competitively for 5 years.
Oh,
and then Duel Links was kind of meme at the beginning, because like I was hyped that Yu-Gi-Oh gets an actual video game, because all the others were kind of shit, like the Peace 4 one. What's the name? I can't remember, but it was shit anyways. So I got hyped for Duel Links, and then I realized it's only 3 card zones, no main phase 2, and I thought like, okay, it's kind of boring. And then Konami said we actually can qualify for Worlds, and like one or 2 weeks before regional representative qualifier started the first time in 2016, I got into the game. I asked a few friends, what's the best deck? They said Harpies and this. So I started spending money to get the whole stuff. The worst part was he showed me a list in which he played Desert Twister, which is a fucking ultra rare. So I went for it, and then I realized you have drop skills in the game, and you can't just spend money and have the best deck. So that was Harpies, and then I had to play Mako, just a water deck, because you didn't have to farm anything for it. I didn't have Paradox Brothers, so yeah.
Oh.
And yeah, I ended up, I think, like 30th place back then. And after I already spent like 200 euros, I stayed in the game. And now we're here.
Do you want to talk a little bit about your TCG and Duel Links credentials? I have them up on the screen right now. Talk about some of these events, maybe the most memorable ones.
Well, you probably also have from Duel Links meta side, right?
Yep, I have.
What I sent in the chat. So YCS Berlin, it was like my first top. Think it was my 4th YCS. For those who remember, it was like Mermail and Fire Fist meta.
Ooh.
Some people say there was no Fire Fist meta because Mermail was the best deck, but I played Fire Fist and was top 32 in the mirror match. But I was still happy about it. And then the next event was YCS Lille, where I lost against myself, and didn't make the cut by 40th place, I think. And the right next event was the European Championship in Amsterdam, which I won. So it was basically my 6th event, my second top. So it was pretty surprising for me.
Wow.
And yeah, that was the world qualification the first time.
What deck did you play for
I scrubbed at Worlds though. I played Mammals. Format you could play everything. We had Mammals, Madolchi, Gear, Infernity, several hand artifacts, decks.
I remember that
spell books.
I played Light Swans.
Everything. Yeah, Light Swan, Dragon Rulers also, Sylvans. So anyways, then I played the World Championship in Rimini, and I kind of scrubbed. I went 1-4, and the only win was against a friend of mine, which I tested with together. So we played the same deck. So we had 3 German guys at the event, and we all played the same deck, and the other TCG guy got 0-5. I got 1-4, the only win against the same deck, and the guy in Dragon Duel, he got, I think, 1-3, and the only win was a free win. So it felt kind of bad for the deck. But yeah, I screwed up in the first match of the featured match against the former world champion, because I thought he's playing another deck. I thought he's playing Infinity, so I went first turn for the Infinity, for the heavy infantry setup, but then he played, and it kind of screwed me. Yeah, so anyways, then the right next event was YCS Madrid, where we played Shadows. It was the first Shadow format. I think like 5 or 6 people played the same list, and Joshua Schmidt won the event. I got 3rd. Another one of us got 8th, and I think 2 people barely missed the top cut. So it was a broken deck.
You mean that was a
Bochum 2000
Clifford format?
Clifford came in the next set.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't Clifford yet. Yeah, YCS Bochum 2015. What's called Necros.
Yep.
And lost in the finals again in the mirror match. Austrian Nationals 2015. I played the Austrian Nationals because it was, I think, 1 week earlier than German Nationals, and in that 1 week, one set got released with lose 1 turn, and I didn't want to play against it. So I fell to the Austrian Nationals. Unfortunately, lost against Yosenju in top 16, also playing Necro.
Yosenju's?
And at least the Yosenju played back then. European Championship Dublin 2015, still Necros. I think Jinlock was against Shadows, more specifically against Double Mistake, both games. And the other guy was also Ido Marcus, who won the event after that. Yeah. Top 64 German Nationals 2016 was, I think, Monarchs and Cosmo format. I played extra deck Monarchs. Made a mistake, top 64, by not playing around, what's the name, Fog So he summoned Acid Golem, and I thought, okay, I destroyed at the end of the main phase. What should happen? And he just tributes it for Fog King, and I can't do anything. YCS Bochum 2016 was Paleo, one of the best decks, like my personal favorite decks. And Billy Brake won, and me and Josh. Well, I got 3rd place. Joshua Schmidt got 2nd place with almost the same list.
Sorry, what was that
Then
deck?
Austrian nationals, Paleozoic
Oh, Paleos.
with frogs. Like all the cards. I think we're missing a Karma card and the Exceeds, obviously. And then Austrian Nationals 2018 was the most recent event I topped. The reason I played Austrian Nationals is because this year's regional representative qualifier was during German Nationals, so I couldn't play it. Okay, my screen just turned off. And yeah, I won it with Trickster Sky Striker.
Wow. So you win Austrian Nationals this year, and now you win the KC Cup.
Yeah.
This is a good year for you.
It's starting good.
So you told us your favorite TCG deck is Paleozoics, is it?
Yeah. I think I have many favorite decks. Like Mermail is fun. I liked Fire Fist. Paleozoic is obviously fun. I know Trickster is kind of fun.
Yeah.
People won't like me for that, but it's fun if you play it. It's still a cancer deck if you play against it. But I like the Paleo Mirror matches. They were really good. Because it was
pretty skillful?
Yeah, it's really skillful. And really long matches. And yeah.
What about your favorite?
Back in the day, Fabled was my favorite deck.
What about your favorite Duel Links deck?
Amazonas, I guess.
Sorry, what did you say? What deck?
Amazonas.
Amazons.
Yeah. Although Vampire is also pretty fun.
Okay.
I also like it.
Well,
Stall is fun to play.
Yeah. I want to ask you a question. In your KC Cup climb, what kind of difficulties did you face, and who was your greatest competition?
So I wanted to start off to play Vampires instead of Amazonas, because Vampire is just the quicker deck. And I think in the beginning it's better to play the quick deck to climb fast. So I got up pretty good. It started 9 AM my time. So I played until up in the evening. And then I was at... So I thought, okay, I play till I am at 60k and then I go to sleep. So yeah, it took me a while. The first end boss I played against Spellbook and he started without Silent Magician, so I felt good. But the app closed on my iPad because it got hot. I don't know. I played on the iPad the whole time. So I started to restart the game and clicked on another app by accident. Wanted to close it and open Siri, and until I closed it again and opened Duel Links, I got back into the game and then got DC'd. So I lost that one. The next end boss was against Sniffers, which I also lost because he played the same deck and he's a good player. So in the end, it took me 24 hours to get to 60k. So it was Saturday evening, and I got to 60k. That was the biggest struggle, I guess, that weekend. Yeah, then I went to sleep. I think I was first place, but only with a 1k lead, approximately. So I went to sleep, woke up Sunday 11 AM with 22 hours left. I looked up how many people, which players I am back then. I was 4th place, but the first place only had 3k lead. So I started playing again and I had a huge streak. I had in 4 or 5 hours I got 30k points. So I was first by far with 80k points, and I thought, okay, Oh no, 20k. I was at 60, right? So I thought, okay, I stop. It doesn't really make sense to play further until the other people catch up. So waited for like, I don't know, 9 hours maybe. And then many people started getting close, especially Sniffers. And he was also my biggest fear because, like I said, he was playing the same deck and he's a good player. Also, Joshua Schmidt got pretty close. He also played the same deck and is a good player. Yeah, so like at 2 a.m. my time, I started playing again. In the first hour, I dropped 5k. In the next hour, I gained 5k back. And then for like 2 or 3 hours, I stayed in the 80k range. I didn't really drop or gained any points. But in the meantime, Sniffles dropped really by a lot. Same with Joshua. And the other people were still like 10k away. And I think we only had 4 or 5 hours left. So I started to chill and it paid out. So luckily, the last update was still, I think 11k difference. I would be crazy if it only be 2k, and I didn't know whether to play or not.
I actually have your deck list up on the screen as well. Do you want to have a little chat about why you decided to play a Hey True Nade build? Would you change the build if you could? I guess you wouldn't because you won, but are there any improvements you can make for this deck? And why Sealed Tombs?
I mean, about the improvements thing, it's not like I won a tournament where I register with one deck and during the tournament I realize, well, I could change this thing, I could change this thing. This Casey Cup, so if I realize after like 100 games I can change anything, I can just do it. So no, I wouldn't change anything. Yeah, Sealed Tombs was just by far the best skill in my opinion. Also many BMP members started to playing it, I think, and we got like 4 members in top 10 after the first day. Because in the mirror match, it's just like a floodgate for the people who played the TCG. Like, you activate Vanity's Emptiness for 1 turn, basically. And you don't have to draw it, and your opponent can't counter it. You just have 1 bonus turn when the opponent can't do anything. Also against the other decks, against Furhire, if you go first and have Treacherous, like the only thing that can happen to you if they have Mayhem. So if I had Treacherous going first, I also use Sealed Tombs first turn if I played against a Beatdown or Tie That Binds character. Also, if they start like with a set card and you see there's no delay, you probably know it's Mayhem, so you start clearing their board and you Seal Tombs for their next turn. Against Amazonas, it was good if you have Trunade, and like Onslaught is the only card they could flip up until they started playing Mirror Wall. But Onslaught is like the only problem, because if you go for the OTK and you get screwed by Queen Special, you just don't OTK him. And in the most cases you can just destroy the Onslaught, but sometimes it's more in the mid game because Amazons is a slow deck and it takes some time until you draw the Trunade, so you have to destroy the Onslaught while he has monsters in the graveyard. So that's also good to activate the Sealed Tombs before. Yeah, and also you have willpower sometimes, which is good. Then Spellbook, obviously, if you use it on so they can't use Spellbook of Fate. The good thing is you can first special summon the small guys, because they won't use Fate on the small guys, and then before you summon Grace you just use Sealed Tombs and then normal summon Grace and destroy his stuff. And the last deck was Hero, which is, yeah, Sealed Tombs is obviously good against it. They can't Vion, they can't Malicious, they can't Celestial. And also in the mirror match, which is a bonus, I realized people when they are playing against Ishizu and starting with a takeover play, they used takeover in the draw standby phase, so they can special summon the monster, which is just super bad because if you summon Samurai Skull, they are just forced to destroy one of their cards. Otherwise, they can summon Gozuki. So that was like a passive advantage. And yeah, about the deck in general, it's a combo deck. It can OTK really good because that's why Trinate is important. Econ is pretty good. Obviously, also if you are going second and you have only you don't have Samurai Skull or Gozuki and you only have little guys, you can like normal summon set a little guy and activate Econ take to get it in the graveyard and start playing. 2 kingdoms over 1 because it's like I think you can't play a 1 because if they draw the 1, takeover is kind of dead. Takeover is one of the best cards. First turn you own unless you second turn sometimes if Amazonas go first with that or just 3 set, you can't go for the OTK because it's risky. Then I also made the takeover play. And yeah, Samurai is obviously better than Gozuki because it's on the summon and because of the second effect that he can special summon, and yeah, Treacherous was also good. I think it was really important. I think Sniffers didn't play it, but otherwise our lists were the same.
Yeah, okay. So what do you think you did in this KC Cup that helped you to get that first place?
Played a lot, I guess.
How many games did you play?
I have it somewhere, I think 480 or something like that.
Wow.
With the 61% win rate.
That's really good.
So yeah, and obviously because I played Seal Tombs Vampires, I think it was the best deck and not that many people played it. After they won, many people start playing it. And also Vampire got so popular that even Amazonas and Spellbook started playing Seal Tombs and even Heroes. So yeah. And I think I can concentrate pretty good even if I stay awake long. Like I played the first game for 38 hours straight.
38 hours?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, what tips do you have for new players that want to do well in future KC Cups?
Think about the format, like what most played decks you expect. Like I said in the beginning, I think you should play a fast deck. And yeah, just play good, don't make any mistakes. And yeah, like I've seen people make so common mistakes. Like, I don't know. I think the takeover play is a huge mistake, even if you see that the opponent is Ishizu. I've seen people like starting with dangerous and defense position, and I play Kingdom and don't do more, like set 1 monster, set 1 back row, and they use end phase dangerous, and I can just destroy it. And it's not like they can use the Celestial effect next turn because I use Steel Tombs. So it was just a -3 for them.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay. So are you gonna try to qualify for the TCG Worlds too?
I'm gonna play the European Championship obviously, but it's not like I'm gonna try hard it.
Yeah.
Like getting for points, traveling to other countries just to get the points.
Okay. So I think maybe we'll wrap up this interview here. Do you have any final comments or any shout outs to give?
Yeah, shoutouts to BMP obviously. Shoutouts to Sniffus and Joshua Schmidt, who got really close. I think Josh got 13th. Sniffus kept at 78k, so he almost got the, and then he tilted down, unfortunately. And yeah, I don't know who I got the first idea of Vampire. Like, when the first time I played Vampire, I think I looked at the DLM Anytime first place decks to get some ideas. And then I modified the deck a little bit, but I don't know whose deck I looked up. So I don't know who to shout out there.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that interview. I'm super proud to be in the same team as you, and congratulations again. That was yeah, that was awesome. Yep. Anyway, we'll catch you guys again later. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, peace out, guys. See ya.
Bye.